It is a new month, it is May, and you all, I got some fragrances and things I'm just really excited about rocking this month. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. The Santa Maria here, and I'm excited, as you all can tell. We got some fragrances to discuss because new month, new vibe, and these are the ones that's been kind of pulling me toward their direction. They're like, wear me, wear me, wear me, and I'm most excited about these. Some of these I've already started to reach and play in towards the end of the month of April, but I already know I'm not ready to let up on them, so you know we're gonna keep it going into May. And some of these I haven't talked about in a minute, and I rediscovered my love for them. And we're gonna talk about lipstick of the day, you all. We are going bright, and this is one I haven't worn in a minute. This is from MAC, and this is Mangrove. It's definitely in that corally orangey type of color. It'll be in the description box, linked below as always. Next up, we have fragrance of the day. This was one I also mentioned in my previous like fragrances I'm excited for spring video. So yeah, I'm rocking it. And we have from Nashville, this is Tuberosa. This is for those that like a greener take on tuberose, and it's a beast. Please understand it. In fact, everything from Nashville is basically a beast mode fragrance at this point. I'm digging it. Nashville's Tuberosa is your fragrance of the day. And of course, you all, when it comes to the month of May, what does May mean? May is Mother's Day, May is graduation. For some people, it's prom, and it also kicks off wedding season. So that also means it's time to get some gifts. And when we think about gifts and moments that are special, that are beautiful, what comes to mind, usually it's like flowers. And in particular today, you all, very excited to talk about this. This is no stranger to the channel. We're talking about Rose Forever, you all. I got me some new roses in time for the new month. These are the Passion Black Velvet, and I have, of course, the white roses. Check that out. I still have my pink roses that I featured before. They are on my nightstand, but of course, it's a new season, it's a new month. We got something new. As always, you all, Rose Forever New York, they are obviously based in New York. They were founded like 2019, and they have so many different options. They have smaller bouquets. Again, mine, I have 16 in my arrangement right here. And of course, the black velvet. This is a vegan material. Let me say that too. The other thing that's cool about the roses is that they last an entire year. Yes, so definitely they are meant to be for the long haul, not roses you just buy and they dead in a week. No, they last you a whole year. So that's why I'm excited to talk about them. These make a wonderful and fabulous gift for Mother's Day. Cannot stress that enough. And again, like I said, graduations, weddings, bridal showers, all those types of things. I mean, roses are always a good idea. The other good thing is too, you all, they are preserved with natural oils, so they're meant to last. And even the special colors they have, which they have like some blue ones and some violet ones, even got some black ones on there, they're treated with a special oil as well, and those are like allergy free. So there really is something for everyone. Definitely feel free to check out the website. I will have all the information linked below about Rose Forever. My code will be displayed here for you all. It is Santa25. You can save $25 off of your order using that lovely thing. And yeah, definitely get you some roses for the month of May, because hey, so many occasions, so many events, or maybe you just want to get you something for yourself like I did, and here we are. So thank you again to Rose Forever for sending those over, and yeah, let's get into the video. So the fragrances, you all, I'm excited to wear. Some of these you all have seen me talk about, some are brand new, some are old. So let's get on into it. Let's see, where do I want to start? This was a fragrance I was wearing a lot, particularly on the weekends in April, and I'm still not ready to give it up. The fragrance I'm talking about is from Marc Jacobs, and this is the Daisy Oh So Intense. You all remember the story behind this one, how I found it on sale at TJ Maxx. And more of you all have been able to find it too. You've been telling me in the comments below, but it's been on sale, of course, at Macy's and things, so you can definitely catch a deal on it or find it at TJ Maxx like we did. But y'all, this is strawberry and it's honey in here. It is so good. And it has an airiness effect. It still has that classic Daisy DNA that we know and love from 10 years ago. But this is just a little bit more amped up because of that sweet factor and that fruity factor. And I've been enjoying this on weekends. In particular, like wearing it at sundown, sunsets. I've been really enjoying it for that season. So yeah, I had to make the list, and I'm gonna keep rocking this in May. Marc Jacobs Daisy Oh So Intense. Next fragrance we're gonna talk about, this is one that I'm glad more and more people are starting to get hip to this one because it deserves its shine. Totally an unsung hero. And we're talking about from the house of Mason Francis Kurkdjian. This is the Feminine Plurial fragrance. I mean, it's perfectly pink. I mean, it goes with the backdrop here. Hello. Iris fragrance, patchouli fragrance. Just classic elegance, but it lasts. This is one that is going to last you all day. You don't have to bathe in it to get the effect. Do not let the bottle fool you. This is just perfect for all of your May events, like mentioned at the beginning of the video. Your weddings, your graduations. Yes, and quite frankly, this would make a wonderful Mother's Day gift too as well. MFK's Feminine L'Oreal. Absolutely, I'm excited to wear this month. Now this next fragrance, you all, I had to dig to the back of my collection for because I don't talk about it on my channel. I don't think I've ever really talked about it on the channel, but this is one that everybody knows its original version, but this flanker to me was the real star in my opinion. And this is from the house of Chanel. And as you can see by the dent in my bottle, and I'm happy to say this is an original bottle from when this first came out. This is the Coco Mademoiselle Eau de Parfum. This is the intense version. Check that out. This came out, I want to say 2018. I remember I called down to the Chanel counter. They told me they had it and I ran and bought it as soon as it was released. So original formulation. This stuff packs a punch. When I tell you I smelled this intense version, I never look back to the original Coco Mademoiselle. And let me be clear, I own like 3 bottles of the original Coco Mademoiselle, but when this one came out, the original, I don't know her anymore. We're no longer acquainted. In a nutshell, the best way to describe the difference, because I know somebody's gonna probably ask me, okay, what's the difference? What makes it more intense? Absolutely, this is heavier. The original one definitely embodies where I was in life. That was my fragrance I wore when I was in my 20s, in particular when I was still a graduate student. I remember spraying it, purchased it because I was in Philadelphia at the time as a grad student, struggling, trying to read 1,000 pages a day and write and research and stuff. It was a whole thing. And that was my fragrance for that time of my life. But to me, I remember buying this one because I was in my late 20s, about to be in my 30s, which I'm in my 30s now. This definitely embodies where I'm at in life for sure. So if you love the original, but you want something with a little, but you still want it to have a little bit more oomph, but you still like the DNA of the original Coco Mademoiselle, definitely try the intense version. I think it's slept on. It's not talked about enough in my opinion. That's just my thing. And as a result, I personally am gonna start back reaching for it because as you can see, we had a real good relationship going, but it just, you know, kind of got pushed to the back due to all of my other fragrances I've acquired over the time. But yeah. Coco Mademoiselle, the intense version. We rocking it this month. Next fragrance we're going to discuss. This is the one that started my love for Killian fragrances. The one that started it all. I reached for this one recently and we're back. We're in love again, and this is the Good Girl Gone Bad fragrance. My osmanthus lovers, my white floral lovers, this is for you. It's so fresh and it's so inviting and it gets so many compliments and it just goes well in warm weather fragrances. Just in my opinion, you all, the white bottle versions, the white bottle collections, usually these are like narcotics. If I'm not mistaken, Els let me know the collections. If I'm not mistaken, the narcotics collection as a whole, they do well in heat. They do well in heat, and May is when it really starts to go from that crisp, cool spring weather to that hot spring weather, and this one is a perfect scent for that vibe. So Good Girl Gone Bad from Killian. Yes, I have a nice dent in it and I'm gonna be wearing this some more. Can't wait. Now this next fragrance, this is one that's a new release. I have done its first impressions on it, but I haven't done a dedicated review, and that's because I'm still playing it and testing it because you all have asked me. I've gotten DMs, emails, everything about it. I'm excited to pull out the new Mont Blanc Signature Absolute version. If you all recall, I did get this back in either February or early March, one of the 2 months. So I do have it, and I told you I will be playing in it to get some more wear in it. But you want me to tell you something? It has this classic perfumey pear vibe that's just so 90s, and I told you, I said it needed to get warmer for me to really wear it, and here we are. It's May, and I think this is perfect because it still has a classiness to it with that fruitiness that'll be perfect for all of these outdoor events. Think like you're on the lawn, graduations and things. So this would be amazing for that type of season. So I'm very excited to pull this out. So again, Mont Blanc Signature Absolute, which is new for 2023. Now the next fragrance I'm going to talk about, it might sound a little weird for this time of year, but let me tell you, I smelled it again and I'm like, yeah, we're about to have a moment. We're about to have a moment. I don't care if it's only at night, but we're gonna have a moment. And the fragrance I'm referring to, you all, this is from Frederic Malle, and this is Portrait of a Lady. This is rose times rose times rose plus some incense. It's wow. You want to talk about a fragrance that is so enchanting? Absolutely, this could definitely be a cold weather scent, but to me, this is the epitome of a special occasion scent. I don't care what time of the year it is. You want to talk about a scent that's going to shut it down, particularly if you're going somewhere where there's a dress code or there's an attire after 5, formal attire, that type of thing. Or you got just a very, very special day, a date where you're thinking, ooh, he might get on one knee and ask the question. That is Portrait of a Lady. So to me, in the midst of all of my pretty fragrances that are more so like daytime and more lighter, you gotta have one heavy hitter in the group, in my opinion. And to me, I'm rolling with Frederic Mall's Portrait of a Lady. This is a fragrance I first discovered 2 years ago, and I still am in love with it 2 years later. As you can see, I do have the big bottle. I don't wear this often because let me tell you, a little bit goes a very long way. This was a fragrance that had a run here on YouTube. It's not talked about as much because of course, a lot of other fragrances have come out since then, but y'all, you talk about a rose fragrance that's real good and grown. Portrait of a Lady, so sexy. The last fragrance we're gonna talk about, I mean, you all, come on now. It wouldn't be a video of mine if there wasn't one Bond in here at least. And the fragrance I'm reaching for, somebody actually reminded me of this one because somebody asked me about it the other day and I said, oh, wait a minute, I do have that fragrance. And I've been waiting for the spring kind of summery type of season to wear it, and here we are. And it'll be perfect for May. And the fragrance I'm referring to is Bond No. 9 Queens. Yes. This is an osmanthus scent, very fruity, but it's very syrupy. And that's what's intriguing about it. So it has that sweetness, but it's kind of thick at the same time. I'm like, ooh, I've had this one for a few months now, but I said I bought it. But when I bought it, it was in the fall going into winter time. And I said, wait a minute, this is gonna be better in the springtime. And I'm like, here we are. It's your season, it's time. It almost smells like a little bit of grapes are in here. It's really interesting, even though grapes aren't listed as a note, but it's like a very syrupy but florally scent. I like this. I'll be talking more about Queens as I wear it. Dedicated review will be coming. Of course, dedicated review will be having all of these fragrances sooner rather than later, because guess what? When I wear the fragrances more, that means you get your dedicated reviews more. That's kind of how this works here on the channel. So yes, Bond No. 9 Queens rounds out my list of the fragrances I'm excited to rock and wear for May. So all right, elves, that wraps up this video. Definitely let me know what fragrances you will be rocking or you are excited about for May, particularly if you got a lot of events coming up. What do you plan on reaching for? It doesn't matter if it's new or old. As you all see, I got fragrances in here that are old news as well as stuff that is just released. So it doesn't matter. It's about what you want to wear, what makes you feel special, what makes you happy. Just what are you interested in reaching for? Let's talk about it in the comments below. Again, special thanks to Rose Forever New York for sending the flowers over. And again, remember to use that code Santa25 for $25 off of your own bouquet. All the information again from Rose Forever will be in the description box, as well as everything discussed here, all the fragrances, makeup, the whole shebang. It'll all be in the description box, everyone. So until next time, elves, I will catch y'all in the next video. Bye, y'all.